Are you familiar with the history of this act? Is it not true that the current leader in the Senate, Mr. Schumer, was the lead proponent of the FACE Act in 1993? And in questioning from Republican members of Congress, when asked about whether or not that this would be used against, for example, we have 3, 10, 12 people pro-life on a sidewalk in front of a clinic. People cannot get by. Police came and lift them up, put them in a paddy wagon, take them away. Are they subject to a felony? Mr. Schumer said no. Yet here we are. Can you shed light on the extent to which the truth is, notwithstanding what Professor Waters said a minute ago, that what we're dealing with here is the conflation of the existing statutes and the things that go back to the Ku Klux Klan Act, and that we now have a situation under the federal civil rights conspiracy that they're blending these together to target people intentionally, that they're using this and targeting it intentionally so that they can go after people with punishable by up to 10 years in prison. Can you add some context to that, Ms. Hawley?
Absolutely. So the FACE Act comes with several different sort of levels of punishment. For a first-time nonviolent offense, there's 6 months in jail. A subsequent nonviolent offense might get 18 months in jail. But if you tack on a conspiracy to violate civil rights, you get 10 years. And take Eva Edel. For sitting in her wheelchair, she was blocking the entrance, but sitting in the wheelchair, blocking the entrance, singing and praying hymns, she is subject to 11 years in federal prison and hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines.
So what we're talking about here, as I mentioned to Mr. Vaughn. Mr. Vaughn, do you have something you wanted to add there? No. That Mr. Vaughn is facing this kind of persecution. He's not alone. We've talked about Ms. Idle. And to be clear, this conflation of the statute, had that ever been done before, prior to Kristen Clark?
Not until the Biden administration, no.
So this administration took the unprecedented act of merging these together so they could have a federal conspiracy to target very specifically pro-life activists.
So I think the numbers here speak for themselves. Again, 55 individuals have been subject to prosecution under the FACE Act. 50 of those have been pro-life. There have been 26 FACE Act civil and criminal prosecutions. Only 2 of them have been in protection of pregnancy centers.
And just to finish here, do you think that's an appropriate use of federal authority to say target Mr. Vaughn or say Ms. Idle, who had been in Yugoslavia and effectively gulags, and now at 89 years old is being targeted by the government of the United States?
No, as John Adams would say, we are a government of laws, not of men. The Supreme Court has been clear that selective enforcement based on viewpoint is unconstitutional.
Well, thank you for your testimony. I appreciate it.